Hey everyone, nice to see you again. Welcome back to another tea video. We're continuing with the One River teas, the green tea series that is. Today we got Enshi Yulu. Enshi Yulu is this particular one is Mingqian Enshi Yulu. It is, how about I just read it off for you on here. So 50 grams, 26 bucks. 100 grams is 40 bucks. So pretty reasonable price, I think, for a really specialty, fresh 2025 green tea. So I'll read off the descriptor for you. Enshi Yulu, or Jade Dew, is one of the only Chinese green teas that is steam processed to kill the green and stop the oxidation process. The result is a much more sweet green tea with deep umami notes, which relates more closely to Japanese green teas rather than to most of the modern Chinese green teas. This year we are sourcing our Yulu from Enlu Factory just outside of Enshi. This producer has been an invaluable source of information about Enshi tea and always the best price when it comes to Enshi Yulu. Tumbao, where this factory is based, has the first production area in Enshi we have ever visited. With its higher elevation and pristine environment, it holds a special place in our hearts. Tasting notes noted on here are baked seaweed, buttered broccoli, toasted rice, cream, and spring violets. Made in late March 2025. Steamed green tea. Enshi Yulu Jade Dew is the tea. Also, to note, that was the pre-sale one. They do have a normal one that they seem to sell on here, which is from a different producer, different farmer. Just to note, so that's on here as well. It's a slightly different price, 37 bucks for 100 grams, 21.50 for 50 grams, so slightly cheaper. Appears to have the same tasting notes. I think it looks about the same. I think Enshi Yulu is supposed to look like that, where they're like almost like a needle. But yeah, pretty interesting for sure. Very different tea than what I've had on here so far. Kind of like little pine needles almost. Yeah, so we'll be doing this today. We will start with the wash, 185. As instant as possible, I will be drinking the wash, and then we will continue there with a first steep at 185 as well, maybe a second steep, depending on how I'm feeling. Be right back. I think while my water heats up, it would be wise to do a dry scent profile, so I'll do it out of the bag. Definitely a very sweet smell to it. There's also like they mentioned in tasting notes baked seaweed. I think that's pretty apt. It's like a really mellow seaweed scent. And there is like kind of a baked nutty scent. And baked seaweed can be a little nutty for sure. A little bit of a floral and a just vegetal scent overall. Definitely a lot of sweetness for sure. But that's everything I'm getting off the dry scent. Now we will start with the wash. Once again, 185. And we'll be going as quick as my hands can move. I do wonder with these thin looking leaves how well I can keep them from getting into the pitcher. Apparently not that well. Alright, I scooped out those little leaves floating in there real quick, but let's talk about the color real quick. Looking a little bit hazy. Not too bad though, I can still mostly see through it. Already a nice color on it. It's like a kind of a green tinted golden hue to it. Doesn't look muddy and doesn't look too bad. Quite a few of those leaves seem to have gotten in there, so I'll have to I don't know, experiment with that a little. Maybe I'll grab out my little filter I have set somewhere. I haven't used it in a while. I kind of stopped bothering to use it with most teas, frankly. It just didn't seem necessary, and it would always get clogged up super easily with like really fine particles that you couldn't even see. All right, let's do a wet smell profile on this tea. Yeah, doesn't smell too different than some other green teas I've had. Quite nutty, quite like a soybean-like scent. I think that's the main note I'm getting off it right now, which isn't unusual for green tea, seemingly. Yeah, quite different than the dry scent, I'd say. The dry scent was definitely a interesting, different smell for sure. This is a pretty normal scent, I would say. Not a bad thing. But I'm getting majority soybean smell there. And now we'll go in for the taste of the wash. Now that is different. That's nice. Hold up, let's get a little more. Quite a bit of sweetness there. Also something reminiscent of cream. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the sweetness. It definitely reminds me of cream though. Somehow. That is in their tasting notes too, so. Pretty light body, but there's definitely some body there. I get like sweetness, cream, and some vegetal notes. And some like toasty, nutty notes. Let's do another steep. All right, here is the first steep. That last one was the wash. And it was already very, very enjoyable. So we'll see what more comes out of it. We'll go for about 10 seconds. All right. And this time I will be using this little strainer, which consequently made me spill everywhere. Oh well. I probably should get like a tea table or I don't know, some kind of other table that isn't my computer desk. Oh well. Limited time, limited money, limited space. Alright, we'll take a look at these leaves. They look nice. Really little leaves. It's interesting how they use steam to stop the oxidation on these ones. I wonder what they normally use. I think they use sunshine maybe? Or do they just use just dry heat normally? Not too sure. Definitely picked up some more color on this one. Definitely quite hazy looking, but very nice color to it. Kind of like a green golden hue to it. Alright, let's taste this first steep. This is very nice. There's quite a bit of just sweetness on the front end. I would definitely be careful with steep time. I could see this getting astringent very easily. I already get like a tiny bit, and it's a bit mouth drying as well already. But the sweetness is nice, and then that nuttiness and the flavor is not as present. Now it's a little more, to me, more vegetal tasting. There's like a baked or toasted vegetal taste to it, and that creaminess, and then the floralness as well. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very interesting. It's quite different than the other green teas I've had up to this point. Which I've been thinking about venturing into Japanese green tea here coming soon as well. Unfortunately, I have already missed the season to buy some. I'm sure a good amount of it's sold out, but I might be able to get a hold of some somewhere. Um, so yeah, maybe I'll look into it here soon. But yeah, this one Enshi Yulu, pretty solid. Liking it a lot. Unfortunately, U.S. shipping is paused for One River Tea at the moment. It's at the top on a banner at the top of their site. But if you're elsewhere, you can for sure order anything from them. I would definitely suggest ordering from One River Tea. They're pretty good. Um, I've liked everything I've gotten from them. I think it's really quality, and I appreciate that they visit the farms that they get their tea from and know the farmers and talk to them and source it direct. And you can order from the farms. It seems like a really solid business model that I appreciate. But yeah, I think that's all I got today. I'll link this below if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more tea content. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think.